The ocean has always held its secrets. Vast, deep, and mysterious, it's home to creatures we barely understand. But what if the giants of the deep, whales, aren't just communicating in a way we fail to notice, but speaking to each other with a complexity that rivals human language? In a groundbreaking discovery, scientists have uncovered evidence that suggests whales may have their own form of language. Yes, you heard that right. Whales may not only be using sounds to communicate, but may also be forming patterns that resemble the building blocks of language. Scientists, we've always known that whales make sounds, whale songs, clicks, and calls. But recent studies have shown that these sounds follow certain patterns. These patterns are not random. They have structure, just like the sentences we form when we speak. For years, researchers have been intrigued by the incredible complexity of whale songs. These songs, sung primarily by male humpback whales, can last for hours and are often passed down through generations. But it's not just about melody and pitch. What scientists have now found is that these sounds can convey information much deeper than we ever imagined. Scientists have been studying the intricate patterns of these whale songs, looking for clues. What they discovered is fascinating. Whales appear to combine different sound elements in a way that could form structured communication, much like humans use words and sentences. Scientists, too, we've found that whale calls can change in tone and pattern depending on the context. It's like they have a vocabulary of sound. Some of these calls seem to indicate something specific, whether it's about food, danger, or social interaction. It's a kind of language. Different species of whales, such as orcas, belugas, and humpbacks, are all known to communicate through unique calls. But recent findings suggest these calls are more sophisticated than we previously thought. Orcas, in particular, have been known to have distinct dialects, depending on their pod, with subtle variations in sound that can help identify individual groups. Much like how humans develop regional accents in languages, orcas and other whales seem to have developed distinct dialects specific to their pods or family groups. These dialects could be a way for them to strengthen social bonds and share important information about their environment. In fact, each pod has its own set of sounds that are passed down from generation to generation, just like the way humans teach their children language. But the biggest question is, how do we know if this is truly language? Can these complex calls be compared to human speech? While it's too early to say for sure, scientists are excited by the possibility that whales are capable of far more than simple vocalizations. What we might be witnessing is a type of animal language that is rich, meaningful, and perhaps even emotional. So, what makes a sound a language? It's not just about making noise or vocalizations. Language is generally defined as a system of communication where sounds or symbols are used in a structured way to convey meaning. When we talk about human language, we think of the words we use to express our thoughts and ideas. In humans, language includes vocabulary, grammar, and syntax, the rules that govern how words are put together to form meaningful phrases or sentences. The exciting part about whale communication is that recent research suggests their sounds may have similar structural complexity. A key component of human language is syntax, the order in which words are placed to convey meaning. Researchers have begun analyzing whale songs and found that different vocalizations can be placed together in a sequence that suggests a structure similar to sentences. In some cases, the pattern of these vocalizations shows that whales might be making decisions based on the information they receive from each other, just like how humans process language. Humpback whales, in particular, are famous for their long, haunting songs. These songs can go on for hours and are often heard across vast distances, sometimes covering hundreds of miles. What was once thought to be purely a form of mating call is now suspected to have a deeper function: communication. Scientists believe that these songs might carry information about the environment, the presence of other whales, or even the location of food sources. While it's still unclear whether whales use this vocalization to communicate as humans do, there's no doubt that they are capable of sophisticated interactions. For example, Orcas have been observed coordinating complex hunting strategies. This requires a level of cooperation that suggests the animals are not only sharing information, but doing so in a way that reflects a collective understanding of their environment. These behaviors are often accompanied by vocal calls that can convey specific messages, such as "come closer," "danger," or "let's hunt." In addition to the songs and calls, recent studies have also shown that whales use a series of clicks, often referred to as echolocation, to navigate and understand their environment. These clicks are emitted at different frequencies, and the returning echoes allow whales to see through sound. But researchers have also discovered that these clicks may serve another purpose: communication. Cut to footage of a scientist explaining the role of echolocation. Scientist 3. Some of the sounds we hear from whales are not just for navigation. They are used to communicate with other whales. This echolocation may help them identify each other or signal changes in their environment. It's a form of communication that goes beyond just simple sounds. Whale calls, songs, and clicks serve as an essential form of social interaction, and scientists are now wondering how far this system of communication might go. Do these animals have the equivalent of sentences or conversations? And could these sounds convey emotions as well as information? Some researchers believe that the ability of whales to convey emotions could be one of the most complex aspects of their vocalizations. Emotional expression in communication is a key component of human language, and it appears that whales may share this capacity. Just like humans, whales appear to have the ability to convey emotional states through their vocalizations. They might express joy, distress, or a sense of urgency. It's believed that their songs may even serve as a form of bonding between members of the same pod, helping to strengthen social ties and relationships within the group. In addition to the songs, researchers have found that there's a significant variation in the sounds depending on the region, species, and even individual whales. Each pod has its own way of speaking, just like how different languages or dialects are spoken in human societies. And with advances in technology, scientists are now able to decode these sounds with greater precision, revealing more about how whales communicate than ever before. The discovery that whales might be speaking to each other in ways that resemble language is just the tip of the iceberg. As scientists continue to study these magnificent creatures, they are uncovering new layers of their behavior and communication strategies. We are learning that whales are not just passive creatures of the sea. They are intelligent, social beings who may have a rich, complex way of interacting with the world around them. The more we learn about whales, the more we realize how much we still have to discover. Their songs, their calls, and their behaviors hint at a world of communication and emotion that we are only beginning to comprehend. As we continue to study these extraordinary creatures, one thing becomes clear: the oceans are not silent. They are alive with language, and perhaps in the language of whales, we might one day understand a little more about the deep, mysterious world that lies beneath the surface.